Happy Wednesday, and ooh, I just came up with this. Welcome to Chill Vibes. Sorry, I'm lame. Uh, um, how are you all doing? Hello to Gilliam and Pranav in the chat. Welcome as always. Um, ooh, this sounds a little bit like still trying to figure out. I'm not a sound person, so I'm like still trying to figure out the audio, though. At our weekend crafternoon, our studio crafternoon, we were talking about like keyboards and custom keycaps, and we were talking about potentially like how I should have just like a small like 6 or 9 like either a 3x3 like little keyboard, and then that could be like for helping me manage my stream. That I thought would be a really fun idea. I don't know. Um, but it's probably going to take me about 6 months to implement that because it takes me a very long time to get anything. So I'm like, what should I get? This is exactly actually what I need. And what I mean by that is I am finally the arm for my Yeti mic is finally in my shopping cart. So I should be checking it out sometime soon. And then hopefully by next Wednesday, I'll be using my Yeti mic with a at least better quality um, than my AirPods. That's the hope. Yeah, so that's what will be hopefully happening by next Wednesday. Hello, welcome in to Steve Haman, the Goose of Wild. Ooh, I like that name. Yeah, one step closer. Just like I just take really slow progress towards things, especially if it's like physical things I have to buy. I like take a while being like, like which brand is the best? Like what reviews do they have? So yeah. So eventually, I'm sure I'll eventually have like the little, I've seen them, the little like, the little, I don't know, it looks like a little numpad, and then you can like, and then each key is tied to some sort of like a scene change or something. Ooh, hello, welcome in, Majestic Mac. It's great to see everybody in the chat. And ooh, I have some kind of fun things to talk about, I guess. Ooh, I also got, this is random, this is my planner for the year. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I have my notes in here. I was like, oh, there are some things I wanted to mention at the beginning of this stream. Also because I've been having a lot of fun like doodling Psyducks. I don't know what this is. Yeah. So when and the story behind this is when I asked my husband like which Pokemon I would be if I was to be a Pokemon, and he like literally hesitated only for a few seconds, and he was like, Psyduck, you'd be Psyduck, because he's like, what did he say? He's like, you're Psyduck because immense potential, but only under great stress. I think is what he said. And so yeah, I've leaned into it. So that's and I've like recently I'm like I feel like currently I have the emotional range of Psyduck right now with everything that's going on. But yeah, okay, so there's actually a reason why I brought up my planner. And that was that there's a few things. The first is that I set up a Discord, yay! And then I think I'm slowly gonna invite some people that I would like help moderating with, and I'm hoping to get like a code of conduct pulled together, maybe like this weekend or sometime next week. And so hopefully by the end of, fingers crossed, that by the end of the month we'll have a Discord. And within the Discord, I was actually thinking of doing something with my Twitch and Discord together, such that I think I'm gonna start like taking advantage of the like subscribers only streams, in which I have I think ideas for two or three different kind of series of streams that I'm gonna have open to only subscribers, and the first type is client project streams. And so one like that one, I want to make it subscribers only because one, that's like pretty much apparently the only way you can have private streams in Twitch. So and with client projects, like their data sometimes is sensitive, or maybe it's that like they haven't quite announced it yet. So a lot of clients aren't even comfortable with me streaming, but then some of them are like pretty excited about it. And so I think for the ones that are okay with it, and then but then like their data is maybe like a little bit sensitive, or in the case of one that I'm gonna try and stream either this Friday or next Friday, it's that it's my own data, and I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be really embarrassing. So that's why I was thinking of having it be like a private, like subs only, so that it's like a much smaller kind of like, yeah, and more intimate chat, I guess. Um, but that's one thought. And oh, and then in terms of archiving the videos, I think I'm going to archive them private until the project goes live. And then when it goes live, then I'll make all of them publicly available. So that's one thought process for the. Uh, ooh, did the music stop? Let's see. Um, Whoa, what happened to the music? Can everybody hear me okay still? Okay, I think you can still hear me. Just something happened to my music. Interesting. Okay, I guess I'll restart my Spotify for now. Okay, wait. So that was my first thing. That would be subs only. And then my second thing that would be subscribers only is I've been really wanting to do a podcast for a while. And at first it was like, oh, maybe I can do podcast with some friends, or sorry, I'm like trying to reopen my Spotify. Why? What happened? Okay. There we go. Odd. All right. But yeah, okay, so that's the first one. Ooh, I'm gonna check the chat to see what you all maybe think. Let's see. um, oh, Steve says, I am curious to see what your work setup looks like. One of these days, I'll take an updated picture of my setup. But essentially, there is a, yes, thank you to Gilliam, there is a Bang setup. I do need to update the whole 2015 MacBook Pro because I've moved on to a 2020 MacBook Pro with an M1 chip. And yeah. Ooh, hello, near this. Welcome in. Thanks for dropping in. So many tangents. Feels like generative art. Wait, what about? Wait, why is generative art like tangents? Um, wait, what? Hello, DT. Welcome in, DT. Fun fact: Patrick is Anton in German Pokemon. I do not know enough about Pokemon. And Entei is duck. What? I'm confused. So, the very brief story behind Pokemon and I is that before I was 10 and I lived in Japan, I was like super into Pokemon. I had all 151 of them memorized because I think that was like the 90s and there was only 151. And then when I came to America, I was like, what? They all have different names? And then I was like so confused by all of the American names that I gave up on remembering them. So now I don't remember any of their names. So I'm sorry that I cannot get your Patrick and Entei reference, DT. Wait, no, Gilliam, the Discord command did show up. Psyduck! Lol! DT. I was like, I didn't know there was a Pokemon named Patrick, but I was like, there's like 500 or 600 Pokemon now, so I would not put it past there to be like a Patrick Pokemon. But yeah, Psyduck now makes much more sense. I don't think Psyduck is Anton, and Entei is Duck. I don't know. Hello, welcome in, Asaluja. Ooh, very much excited and looking forward to you stopping by more. Yeah, 2020. Oh my gosh, the other day, so my husband and I, we always do like year-end reflections and then like goals for the new year. So funny because the other day I was like, okay, we really need to do our like reflections and goals. Like I was like, okay, we really need to do our 2019 reflections in 2020, and he's like, 2019, like, he's like, you're just like in denial that 2020 happened. And I was like, oh, yeah, apparently, subconsciously, I'm very much in denial about 2020 ever happening. Oh, 2021 Apple. Yes. Yes. I am a little bit behind. Ooh. Oh, Ente is the German word for duck. Got it. Oh my god, it is late at night for y'all, huh? I see, I still bounce back and forth between whether I want this in my morning or afternoon, so that it's like easier for everybody in Europe. I don't know yet. The Wireflower review. Ooh, great question. Thank you for asking. So I tried with various amounts of glue and resin, and it was that. Okay, so the conclusion is that with a certain amount of glue, it was enough to get can you see that? Yeah, it was enough to get surface tension for one of them, but that was after a lot of work, and then I wasn't able to get surface tension for any of the other like little hoops. But it was definitely enough for this size. So this size was pretty easy to get the surface tension on. Although I did have a lot of bubbles from mixing the two together, so I think there's like ways to like take out the bubbles, and I think that's with a lighter, I think. So that I might try next time. And yeah, so for this size, it was pretty okay. But I think what I'm gonna do is, for my next rounds of experimentation, what I might do, this one actually, this one's cute. So I originally wanted to paint on it to get more colors, but I think before I do that, I think my next round of experimentation is trying out a thinner wire, because then if it's a thinner wire, then so I'm gonna try one, a thinner wire, and two, I did more research, and apparently it's like a very special type of resin that you need for the wire flowers, especially for the bigger ones. Apparently it's a very specific type you need that's much thicker. And so the first thing I'm going to do is get thinner wires, because I'm going to see if that changes anything with my current resin. And if that still doesn't work, then I will go and buy the other set of resin. I just don't want to buy more resin. But that is the series of failed experiments for the wire flowers. eventually someday I'll be able to do it at this size. That is my goal. I really want a flower this size so that I can like put it into this little cute little jar that I have. That is my goal. Um, and then other than that, I played around with some more knots because I got this like new book, and that book is a book of different Japanese knots, and so I did more of them. Yeah. So this is what these look like. And that was my crafting over the weekend. Thank you for asking, Helen This. Oh my god, I have to admit, oh, thank you, Asaluja. I have to admit that I've become over reliant on coffee this past year. Like before 2020, I did not drink as much coffee in the mornings. And I feel like 2020 upped my coffee intake. Like I used to only get coffee once or twice a week. And then 2020, I think I just started drinking coffee every morning. And then I think 2020 definitely upped my alcohol intake. Yeah. Especially over the holidays. I think we were drinking like a bottle of wine every like 2 or 3 days. We're just like, it's the holidays of 2020. And so I've been trying to cut down. Oh, and also sugar intake. I think it increased my sugar intake too. I was like, I need to deal. And so this year I've been like trying to cut down on my coffee intake because I'm like, oh, this is really not good for like I feel like I'm having like heart palpitations once in a while, like minor ones. I was like, this is really not good for me. And so I've been trying to cut down on my coffee. And oh my gosh, I think I'm feeling coffee withdrawals for like the first time in my life. It is pretty intense. Because like yesterday, I was just really grumpy. And by like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., I was like, I need to nap. And I think I slept for like 3 hours. And this morning, and like today, I was like, I feel like I slept a lot, but like I'm still so tired and I'm so grumpy and I don't know if I want to stream. And now I have I made myself some decaf coffee. And now I'm like, oh, I'm feeling okay again. Yeah. Yeah. I've always been scared of like what people talk about when they talk about like caffeine withdrawals, and I I didn't expect it to be this bad. Um ooh. Ooh, yeah. I've never worked for Fang, to answer Seymour Dora's question, but yes. Actually, I think freelancing software engineer is actually, I don't think it's like extremely common. I don't think it's like as common as like freelance illustrators and stuff. There are a good number of people that do it. Um, I think I think for like illustrators and stuff, I think freelance is like pretty common because I think, ooh, um, I heard some sort of a ding, but I'm not sure what it is. Huh. But yeah, I think freelancing and illustration and stuff is much more common because I think that's a lot of how that industry works. But I think for software, I think a lot of times companies want people to be like internal, like in-house. But for what I do, which is very specifically data visualization, I think it's still a niche enough thing that there's a lot of companies that want data visualization, but doesn't necessarily want like a whole in-house team for it, or like a big in-house team for it. So I think there's a decent number of freelance data visualization people. I think that's what makes it work. But I've also heard of like people freelancing for like mobile dev back in the day, or I think there's like freelance web devs, and yeah, I think I don't think it's uncommon. No. Um. Ooh. Interesting. Ooh, how many of this has some advice? Thickening the glue. If you put the Mod Podge into a tray the size of the wire, then let it sit, or use a hairdryer. It could form a thick skin that when the wire is dipped, it could pick up. Oh, interesting. Hmm. I'll try that. Interesting. Would you say that you would do that with the Mod Podge and resin together, the the solution together, or just the Mod Podge? I'm trying to imagine that. Um, yeah, exactly. What Gilliam said. There are many people who do software as freelance, and small companies who want to book them rather than actual hires. I think my Spotify. Oh, there we go. Oh no. I'm not doing illustrations. I am coding. Sorry. I only brought in illustrators as an example because I feel like illustrators, a lot of illustrators are freelance. And so a lot of my freelance friends are actually a lot of illustrators. Um, but I meant I code. I design and code and analyze data. But my background is as a software engineer, and I just specialized in dataviz. Ooh, welcome in, Nerdy Curious. Mm. Ooh, I hope that you're having an excellent Wednesday also. And oh, you wouldn't mix the two. Interesting. But then when would you bring the resin in? Hello near this. Ooh, thank you for the follow, Seymour Door. Um, but yeah, okay, so I guess we're gonna. Oh, I got super distracted. Okay, I only said the first thing that I would make into a Twitch only stream, which is when I'm working on my client projects. And then the second thing that I've been thinking about is I've been wanting to do a podcast for like a year now. Just because I feel like I have so many thoughts. I just have so many thinkings. And then for these streams, I want to keep them like I already take up like a good 30-minute chunk every stream to be like, here are my thoughts. And then and so but in general I want to like keep these streams to code. And so um I've been thinking a lot about doing a podcast, and I think like in the last year I was like, okay, but like if it's a podcast, like how would I want to do it? Is it just me, or is it a panel? Like do I, co-host it with someone, or do I have guests? And finally, I think this past week, and even still, like, what do I even want to, like, what is the theme of what we're talking about? And so this past week, I finally was like, okay, I think I know. And I think the podcast that I want to do is the tentative name. The tentative name is called a behind the scenes look. And and I want to talk to like a lot of different people in creative fields and kind of like I really want to dig into like their process, like both their thought process and their process for creating things. Um, And so, and just because like I think that's something I really enjoy. Like whenever I find a really cool product, I always look into the background of the person or the bio of the person, just because I love being like, oh, this is something really cool they did. Like I wonder how they came up with this. Is this something that like, and I think by understanding, I'm like, I think it helps me kind of understand what it is I want to do. And also, I know that for the projects I've done, when I've provided a kind of like a process write up, I know that people have also enjoyed that behind the scenes look. So that is kind of the podcast idea that I have. Ooh, hello, welcome in, Isa. Welcome back to you too. Happy New Year's. Um, but that is why so yeah, so that is the podcast idea I have, and I have like a list of like potential people I want to talk to. I'm thinking of starting that sometime mid-February, just because that would be, after my book publishes. And so after my book publishes, then uh we we can like chill out on all of the promos that were like I don't okay, hold on. I am really bad at PR and marketing, and we're like trying to plan out like promos for the book, and it's a lot. And so that will probably go into mid-February. So after that, or like maybe like into late February. But yeah, after that, then after like I can shift my focus off of the book and promoting the book, then I can like start putting my kind of like attention on this podcast thing. And honestly, this whole podcast thing is also because I feel kind of lost about what I want to do now that I've like finished data sketches and finished the book. And it's been like 4 years of my life. And I'm like, I have spent so much time working on this book, this project, and on this book about dataviz. And I want to like, I don't know exactly what I want to do next. And so that's the whole like, I want to do this podcast where I get to talk to really cool people and about like what they do. So that is a tentative idea, very new, fresh idea. Um, but that one I'm also thinking of having as a subscribers only stream, so that like we can field questions from the chat, but then like it's not too overwhelming of a chat to field questions from. And then once it's recorded, I'll port the recording over to the video recording over to YouTube as usual, and then I'll put the I think the audio recording onto SoundCloud. I haven't quite figured out which platforms yet. That is the second idea with the podcast. And the third one is I think eventually, once I have, more time to think about this, I'm thinking about doing a monthly office hours where you can kind of like drop in and ask me anything about like any of your database projects or any like, I don't know, getting started or I don't know yet if I want to do any code reviews, but at least like a kind of like casual office hours. And for that, I think I'm going to keep it small and be like a subs only stream also. So those are the three things I'm thinking for doing like a, for a subs only stream. And then I think that will tie in well to having like a Discord. And then the Discord will also have some subs only channels so that like, I can like announce these sort of things. So that is the logistics kind of like housekeeping kind of things that I wanted to cover today. That's why I had my planner that I was like, okay, these are the things that you want to talk about. And ooh. Ooh, yay! Thank you, Nerdy Curious. How much I'll edit myself out of my own podcast. I don't know. I here's the thing. I'm hoping that like the format of like I'm definitely not doing like an extremely produced podcast or something. I think it's just gonna be like a casual conversation. And I'm hoping that it wouldn't take that much editing. That is the hope. Oh, Hello, this says I have not used resin, so I don't understand its properties. This resin could also form a skin too. Mod Podge and resin have different drying times, and that could be a problem. Ooh, interesting. So the resin that I'm using is a UV resin. So I don't it does not cure, like it only cures via UV light. So I don't that also might change things too. Um ooh, thank you so much, Izna. I hope you've had a great Christmas and New Year's also. Um, Set the limits of podcast so it does become a bottomless burnout. um, but yeah, when I told my husband, he's like, "You're doing something else. You're doing another thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, but." It could be like a replacement for like some of the streams I currently do. But I'm thinking that it will be at most twice a month. And then the way that I'm thinking about it is like going forward, also trying to figure out how to make the stream sustainable. So when I started the stream last year, it was like last summer, it was because pandemic. And so there weren't as many clients coming in. And so I started the stream and I was able to like keep a like pretty regular, Wednesday and Friday schedule, except around the holidays. But now I think the clients are thankfully, I think coming like I think it's increasing again, and I think the workload is increasing again, and so it's kind of like increasing to my regular level of workload again, thankfully. Um, so I don't think I'll be able to do as many streams as things get busy. And so the format I was kind of thinking was that I'll keep my Wednesdays as a like open to public open to everyone stream. And so like Wednesday will be my regular one. And then I'm thinking like Fridays will be my like subs only stream. And that could be like the client work, or that could be the podcast, or that could potentially be like office hours. So that's how I'm trying to keep it like sustainable, and not burn out. Because I think I burned out a few times in 2020. Yeah, okay. Um, Interesting, Seymour Door. Um, I don't know if I can or have comments on that about making a living. Certainly, I think freelancing, um, I think freelancing for web has made it has made for a much more flexible lifestyle, for which I'm really grateful for. Just because, I mean, I think software in general, but I think especially web, um, I think especially front end, all I need is basically a laptop, an outlet, and then Wi-Fi. And sometimes I don't even need Wi-Fi. Sometimes, like, I actually get the best work done on long haul flights because I'm just so bored. And then I don't like watching movies on the airplane, which apparently is an unpopular opinion. But I don't like watching movies on planes because, like, all of the white noise, like, all of the, like, engine noise from the plane makes it hard for me to hear the dialogue. And so, like, I feel like I miss out on a lot of the movie. And so I just end up, like, working on my projects and coding. And that's actually some of the times I get, like, the most work done because I can't go on the internet. Or, I mean, I can, but I'm too cheap to pay for it. Um, and so, yeah, I have no option but to sleep, read a book, or code. And so, um, yeah, sometimes you don't even need Wi-Fi. Whereas I think for like some like backend developers too, I think they might need like access. They might need to like remote into servers and stuff. So yeah, I guess in that sense, I don't know if it's the most profitable but I think it is the most flexible way of making a living with the computer. Ooh, thinking nerdy curious. Consistency and sustainability is super important. Try UV resin. Try putting the wire in the resin. Cure it for a short time so the skin forms. Remove the wire. Should lift the skin with it. I'll give it a try. Interesting. I'm actually very curious about your background when I hear this. Interesting point, Gilliam, about breaking the contract. Okay, let's go into the code, which I think has at least one bug. So, yeah, because this is not showing up. It only shows up when I do this, or only when I run this cell. So, okay, I don't even know what to say about this project anymore. But the very first thing I'll do is I'm going to change the colors because these colors are hurting my eyes. So the thing though is like, so the four topics, the four voting problem topics are these four. And I don't know what kind of colors to assign to them. Like, because this is a political thing, I want to avoid blue and red. So I need four colors. And I also don't want them to be too close in hue to each other. Okay, let's try some things. And I don't know if I want to like actually try and get meaning into the colors, like long lines. Maybe long lines can be orange. Okay, let's color the colors. Do I have a color? Oh, I do have a colors object. Cool. Okay. Okay. Maybe I can just use this. Use an orange, a purple. Ooh, this is gonna be ugly. Hold on. I think also I should also consider the fact that long lines is probably the one with the most. Okay, so long lines I probably would want as like the prettiest color because there's the most of them. I think long lines and tech issues are the two with the. Okay. There's so much code that I have not organized. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Oh gosh. Where do I even put this? Alright, how about I put it along with style circle, create arrows. Alright. I will. Oh yeah. Alright. Call this bubble colors. And let's do this one first. And then let's do, maybe I'll do this one. No guarantees whatsoever if these look good together. And all right, let's do those two for now. And so what I can do is in my code, there we go. Okay, color scale. And then instead of giving D3 scheme category, I'll give it bubble colors as my range. And then, so I think there's like a race condition that's happening. Whoa! I'm actually not mad about this. I'm actually not mad about this combination. Oddly enough, not mad. Ooh, cool. Who knew this? Do you have like a portfolio website or that's so cool. Visual artist painting mixed media sculpture. Which now makes me wonder, how did you find my things? Yeah, I like the teal turquoise color too. Ooh, thank you, Pranav. Ooh, how new this says cyan, pink, and purple. Ooh, I like that. I hope the pink and purple will be distinct enough from each other. I think I'll choose at least a pink next. How did I make the color palette? So what I did is I should actually, let's find this. Oh, look at this. I already have oh, cool. I forgot that I had this object. How did I make this color picker? So I went and I think I just like grabbed a few colors I liked, and then I made this like color scale for myself that's like about the right hue, sorry, about the right saturation and lightness that I like to have in my, oh yeah, look at this. So I picked a few, I think picked the rainbow, and then I used Chroma, which is a JavaScript library, and then I told it to kind of give me all of the colors in between. Oh, I totally forgot I did this. I like this color too. Ooh. So then ever since, I think I used like this as the base, and then I think I just started generating colors, and sometimes I'll tweak the lightness and sometimes I'll tweak the saturation. And then by now I think I've just like done so many iterations that now I'm kind of lazy and I'll like take random colors from these palettes. But actually I totally forgot that I had this, so I can create new ones. But also I apparently also have this, so then I can, it does not scroll. Why do you not scroll? I like this color also. Yeah, so then like I just take these colors, and then we chose this, and then I think this. So then what if we choose this next? These? But yeah, so what Chroma does for me is that it let me show you the code. So yeah, so I use Chroma and I tell it an array of the colors, and then I tell it a mode, which I don't fully understand enough color theory to explain this well, but it's like kind of how it's telling Chroma like how to traverse through the like color cone or whatever, to like, because if you have two colors, on the like little cone of colors. It's like a wait. Let's see. That is not what I was expecting. Yeah, this thing. I can't remember what this is called. The cone. And so if you have two colors, like there's many different ways that you can like traverse from the first color to the second color. And so you can tell Chroma exactly how to traverse. And then usually I like to tell it how many colors to give back to me. And so for example, if I give like 2 colors, then it will like give me all of the colors in between, like and it will traverse via that mode. And so hopefully that was enough of an explanation. I feel like I didn't do a great explanation. Oh, awesome. Ooh, thank you for the links. Hello, near this and Pranav. Hello, near this. Does that mean that you have a coding portfolio? No, Gilliam. I just go to this enough times that I can just. This is in my history enough that I can just type color palette and then this will come up. Okay, so I think I want to use this one. Maybe this one. You're really not mad about this combination. It's not bad at all. Okay, I'm gonna stop having this pinned. Ooh. Ooh. Questionable. Yeah, questionable. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, how about this? Okay, I need to figure out why. Oh, okay, I think I know why that disappears every single time. That is actually quite annoying. Wait, why is that happening? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna debug this first. So dots, for the dots, I do have, okay, I do have the parent group, but then it's actually erasing everything inside on every update. So this is an update problem. So what I'm doing is, does it not have, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. And so, let's see. Wait, this is for the charts. I need the dots. And so Oh wait, we agreed last time that we weren't gonna do the pattern on top anymore, right? um, oh, yeah, we're definitely not doing that pattern on top. I'm also not mad about this look. Hmm, I think it's kind of fun. This color combination is kind of fun in like a n not recommended sort of way. It's very poppy. Um, so wait, what did I do with the pattern? Where did I make a pattern? First time create pattern. Also not the maddest about this pattern. I think it's super confusing with the pie chart. I do wish I have a better pattern. Am I getting distracted? Potentially. Okay, any votes for polka dots as a pattern? There are also other very interesting patterns, like the crosses, the caps, the woven, the waves, and the nylon. Please vote for which one you would like. um, ah, yeah, I'm glad that helped, Pranav. So, I also use usually what I do on top of the color palette thing that I've just like made for myself. Um, Once in a while, I'll use Adobe Colors. If I'm like trying to, because I don't remember if Chroma helps with like different what's that called? The like complementary colors, analogous colors, like triad or whatever. So I don't think Chroma helps with that. Cube helix. Cool. So sometimes I'll go to Adobe Colors if I want to use, like if I have a particular color I like. Ooh, color harmonies. Ooh, that's what they call color harmonies. So like if I have a specific color that I want to use, and then I'll go and plug that color into the middle, and then just like do this until I find color schemes I like. There was a very good, interesting article I saw this morning from Nightingale. Oh, this one, yeah, choosing your color impact. And this one was using an analogous color instead of a monochromatic one when you have when you are trying to do a quantitative, a sequential color scheme. And so this I thought was a really good read. So yeah. Anyways, so sometimes I'll go in here if I'm like, oh, I want to find like a complementary, a split complementary like color scheme or something like that. So I use Adobe Color in lieu of just this that I've come up with for myself. Like if, for example, I'm like, I quite like this color, and then I might go to the color scale. Actually, maybe I can do that with what we're currently doing. So this one, oh, I don't think I liked the orange as much as I liked the cyan. So like, I might put this in here. And then, yeah, I don't think I like that double split complementary. Yeah, I don't think I like these. It's like a hit or miss for me, Adobe Color. But ooh, I like this analogous one. Too bad we're doing so our colors, they're categorical, um so we need very distinct hues, but if it was like a sequential color scheme we're trying to get, this would be a really pretty one. I really like this one. Also, these gradients down here. Also, this gradient is also really pretty. Cool. These gradients are really gorgeous. This is for analogous? Huh. Yeah, I really liked, I think her name is Teresa Marie. Yeah. Her, she's also spoken for a fireside chat on colors. She has a lot of writings about color too. So I think I didn't know that she has so many like articles on color, but definitely I think I'm gonna check them out um, soon. But yeah, so usually, and I think she also mentioned using Adobe Colors, and then also the other thing I use a lot is this like Viz palette, and this one I use to make sure that the colors I have like don't clash with each other, that they're like the colors have enough contrast, and that they're accessible. So let's see, yeah. So then, oh wait. I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, so then I really like this color report. It says like no color conflicts and no color name conflicts. And then I can go through and I can just like make sure that that's true for all of the different like color blindness out there. So actually these three colors together are like really not bad. But yeah, this is how I usually, ooh, the grayscale is pretty bad. But I don't know why I would do a grayscale. But yeah, these are the three, like this is usually my color picking process. I use my own color palette, then sometimes I'll go into Adobe Color, but today I don't think that's something I'm gonna do. And then always I'll end with Viz palette to make sure that like what I have, yeah, has enough contrast and is going to be okay for the colorblind population. So actually I'm surprised that I'm glad that the orange and the cyan are okay together. Yeah. Hello, cautious hopeful. I like that. Um, Nondescript giant blobs from some Ghibli movie. You know, I'm also not that mad about that description. I feel pretty honored to be that my colors can be compared to a Ghibli movie, which I wonder makes me wonder if I should do more like greens. I love Ghibli's like landscapes. Um, anyways, let's not get too distracted. Um, oh, I have Totoro's everywhere. Here. Oh, that I really wanted to like. I really want to do like a Ghibli project. And I have Makuro Kurosuke. And then I think in my background, oh here, show you in my background. So that is the Ghibli Museum. And I think there's that postcard up there is one of the rooms in the Ghibli Museum. I have a lot of Ghibli things. It's like, for some people, it's Disney and Disneyland. For me, it's like Ghibli and the Ghibli Museum. Hanger.io. Hexagon. WW84 colors. Hello, Nalaj. Welcome back in. What are WW84? So, wait, really? Whoa! never noticed that. Ooh, I do have. This just came in the mail from Naughty. Here, see, this would be so much easier if I had my scenes programmed into a keyboard. Or even if I just made sure my keyboard shortcuts worked. But I just got this in the mail from Naughty. Naughty, her logo is also a hexagon, and so this is from her like when she was trying out a Riso printing class. These are very beautiful colors. So many tangents today. Yeah, and this is because I just got this in the mail. And this is for us to have signed copies of our book because obviously with a pandemic we can't travel to be in the same place to have like we originally wanted to have one signing event for our book in New York, and we thought that would be really fun, but obviously that cannot happen because COVID. And so the workaround that we've figured out is that we went and bought about, I think, 100 labels, and then Naughty signed them first. I'm going to sign them this weekend, and then this will get shipped to our publisher's printer, and then it will be put inside the books. And then I think we're going to announce the signed copies for sale in the next few weeks. And it's going to be, I think we're doing 100 of these, so it's limited. I mean, hopefully we can sell 100 of them. So, yeah. Yeah, they'll be limited. Oh yeah, good call, Gilliam, on the book command. So a Discord command and a book command would be good to have next, huh? I'll write that down. Should I also have a podcast command? Eventually, maybe. I'll eventually put in a book command. Thank you, Gilliam. Okay, that was a tangent. We talked about colors. I'm choosing one last color. I think I might do. I think because the last one is probably going to be the least like. Let's see. Like, I'm not gonna have as many of this color, so I probably can get away with that pink. Oh, no. Alright, I need to figure out the order in which these colors are being assigned. I wonder, yeah, I feel like the contrast between the purple and pink would not be enough. Yeah. So this is great. Yeah, so it's telling me that these two would be, the pink and purple would be hard to tell apart. Yeah. So I should, which one should I use? This is an interesting one. Maybe I should use, okay, yeah, seriously. don't know what that bug is yet. So that's definitely also gonna be let's take a pause on the colors and I'm gonna put in a pattern, a different pattern. Sorry, new mistake. So that's now the color. Sorry about that. Ooh, schedule would be good too, but I feel like I would want to keep a schedule up to date in the Discord more, but because when I bought, oh, I guess just like the regular schedule. Okay, yeah, I'll have a schedule for a schedule command also. Okay, so oh, that means you didn't see the the pink. Yeah, so the pink is too close to each other. The pink and purple are too close to each other. It's probably the same case for this new purple that I put in. So I'm gonna take a break from that and I'm gonna try out like maybe a few different patterns to see if there's like a pattern we can do that doesn't look too busy. And if there isn't, then I'll take out the pattern altogether. Okay, that should obviously be smaller. Yeah. What an interesting effect. Oh, okay, let me get up. Oh, so the Discord is not available yet. I just created it, but I need to work on the COC. I'm hoping to make it available. Yeah, I'm hoping to make it available in the next few weeks. Maybe I should do this. Woven or nylon? This is not recommended. Interesting. Okay, what about nylon? Caps. Maybe I should just do dots. It's gonna be so busy. Yeah, this is so busy. All right. Officially about 90% of the way to giving up on this idea. Whoa! I didn't know that, Nalaj. You can edit observable pages in VS Code, which I just got VS Code actually. How does that work? Oh no, I haven't figured it out yet, Gilliam. I don't know yet why um I have a guess, and then I got distracted by the patterns. Because the reason why I got distracted by the patterns was because if I decide to get rid of the patterns, um, if I decide to get rid of this circle, then the code should be easier, and I feel like that would also help solve the bug. My best guess is that right now, when I'm creating these paths, um, I'm not using the enter update exit pattern correctly. So I think that's what's happening. Oh, I should also close my. Yeah. Okay, trying one last thing, and then if that does not look good, then I will take out the patterns, I think. Or maybe. Right, lighter and thicker. It's actually kind of cute. The polka dots are kind of cute. Yeah, I don't think I can recommend this. I don't think this is, yeah, I don't think this is good. So very sadly, I think that the pattern should go. Yeah, very sad. You know what? I'm gonna keep that, and then I'm gonna at least try and figure out what it is that's wrong with. Okay, so let's see. Right now, for each of those circles, what I'm saying is select all the circles for the dots, and then key them on ID. So I'm pretty certain that it's this part that's airing out, because what seems to be happening is that these circles are kept, but so if I run a different cell, then what happens is that circle is kept, but that other group is not. So there, oh wait, no, but the paths are not. I'm not 100% sure why. Okay, so there should be a group called .bg and then a circle. So each of the dots should have this. But then when we run another cell, then then that group, that .bg group, disappears. Okay. Semi-IDE environment and bad indentation. For if there's an observable plugin in VS Code, is that what you mean? Ooh, hello Marie5. I like the, I kind of, now I'm like, maybe every swing state should just have like a face. Okay, bad idea. Okay, so trying to figure out why the .bg disappears. There's g.append group. Oh, let me try something. So I think what might be happening is that I'm saying within this dots group, select all of these group elements and then do things, which might actually be selecting the group element within the group element. So if I say select all dot, and then if I then also say call, yeah, then set a class dot on it, then would that work? Oh, did that work? I think that worked. Wait. But then now it's not updating. Okay, at least it does not disappear anymore. So what happened was, no, I think a face for each country would be great. Actually, have you ever seen the I think it's by Axios, called like Chernoff faces or something? So it's Chernoff. That's how you spell that. No, I'm not gonna layer in more things. Yeah, so this was great. So there is making faces, like assigning data to faces is a whole thing. You turn off faces. But no, I am not gonna put faces on top of pie charts. That is just asking for criticism. Okay, but now, so now things are staying, but they're not updating. Are they updating? I can't tell. I think they're updating. Well, So it is rerunning. But all right, so we're all in agreement about taking out the patterns. I think we are. All right, I'm very sad to do this. All right, I think it's for the better. Do I have to do this? I think I'm very attached to this pattern. Okay, I'll take it out. And so then this could actually be made easier because then I can say that I can just say I'm going to be doing this here. There's something else that's happening where the colors are not being updated. Oh well, okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fork this because I don't want to. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go copy this, and all the way at the bottom, I'll create a unused code. Section. And have it commented out. Wow, that is ugly. Okay, so, but at least I'll have it saved in case I change my mind about in case I change my mind about the patterns. Yep. Now I'm gonna go and delete some code so that it's not so messy. Okay, let's delete the patterns. Let's make it such that in the dots, I only have the pads. So actually what I can do is I can say return and I can delete these. Oops. Ah. Now, yes, it will break. And then I have axes, titles, and labels. Okay, in style circles, I feel like I should just bring all of this up. I should just bring this up and out of this. And then what I'm doing is, instead of calling here, I'm gonna class this. And then here, I'm going to say for each update. Oh, actually, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it an update function. And in there, I need to look at how that works. So D3 selection. Ooh. Hello, welcome to Rockstar 75. Thank you so much for catching me live. I wonder where you're from. Oh, I'm sorry you couldn't stay. And thank you so much. Rockstar says, I'm here to say you're crushing it on YouTube and everything and appreciate all your content. Keep it up. Thank you so much. That is so kind. Thank you for jumping in and now leaving some really nice messages in the chat. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, you can tune in live sometime. A grease monkey script to remove the observable edge. What does that mean? Wait, what does... Wait, what? Grease monkey. Yeah, that's what I'll do, Gilliam. I'll also tie in the general sentiment from Twitter. And then, and then this project can go on for a little bit longer. Because then we need to collect the data from Twitter as well. Okay, what was I doing? Ah, yes, trying to figure out how the joining data, what .join looks like, because I haven't used it in a very long time, or I'm just not very used to using it. Okay, so it seems like I need to return the update selection also. Okay, so for every single one of them, it seems like I need to return the selection. Okay, so at least I need to return the update selection. And then for the update selection, what I want to do is I want to update. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I'm gonna say for the update selection, I'm gonna select all the paths, and actually, even this, I think I'm doing. Am I doing it incorrectly? No, this is the correct way to do it. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, should I be doing all of this in... Should I be creating the paths in update? And the reason why I'm thinking it this way is because I think actually I should be doing... Okay, I think I know. So I think this is the right way to do it. So I should only be creating the group that contains all of the paths for the pie chart in the enter selection. Only create the container, but then when that container is going to get updated, then I want to be creating the right set of paths. Because sometimes once I put in the once I put in all of the like interactions, then each of the pie charts might change. Like even so, each of the dots are counties, so the county might remain, but the pie slices might update. So that's why I want to do it in the update selection. And in the update selection, what I want to do is I want to say select all the paths. I want to create for each pie. Yeah, so I want to then dot join path. All right. Is that the right way to do things? Did that work? That did not work. All right, of course that did not work. So, because, let's see why that did not work. Dots, each dot, and then no paths were created because it could not translate. Why do the paths have a transform function on it? Oops. Draw charts, transform, dot outer dots. Okay, let's see what console.log the update selection is. And then dot transform. I don't think I have any other transform functions, so why is that happening? Okay, that also sounds correct. Wait, hold on. Is that correct? Oh no, suddenly my brain hurts. No, that is correct. Okay. What? So the groups are created. Yeah, so the groups are being created, but nothing in between. I have to admit, I'm like, I really, really want. Wait. Okay, there are the dots. For each what? This is why I like using view. Although I want to try svelte sometime. Alright, nodes. Update has no nodes. Why does update not have any nodes? Didn't I append G? Why does the update selection not have anything? Wait, I feel like. Oh. I think I'm doing this in the wrong place. Okay, so actually, I should be doing this. Actually, I think I should be doing this outside of this join thing. All right, so outside of it, here, I should be doing dots, dot select all, and then create all the paths, I think. How did that work? Does my brain hurt? Yes, it does. Is it because I haven't done this in a while? Why is dots undefined? Why is dots undefined? Dots are not undefined. Each of them have a group. And then each of them oh, the observable edge. Got it. Of course, there's already research into Twitter and sorry. Okay, let me I should describe what's been happening. So, okay. Here's me trying to explain what is going on. So for each of the dots, I've determined that the structure should be a group for each county, each dot, and then within the group there should be paths that are the pie charts. And right now, originally I was splitting it into the enter selection and the update selection, but because I was like, oh, I should actually be creating and updating the SVG paths within, so the children paths within the update selection of the group, the parent container group. But then I just realized that I think that update selection, like this is the part that I don't think I've read correctly, and so this update function, so here, appends, removes, and reorders elements as necessary to match the data. Method is convenient alternative to the explicit general update pattern, replacing. Oh wait, I lost it. Okay, replacing append, remove. Oh, enter, exit, append, remove, and order. But then, maybe specified enter function may be specified as a string shorthand. Above. Optional update and exit functions may be specified, which default to the identity function and calling selection.remove respectively. See, I'm not 100% sure what we're supposed to be doing. So I think this update selection is like, I think this update selection is very specifically. Okay, so I think this update selection is just the update selection, and then what the dot join returns is the is both the enter and update selections. Yeah, and so so I was originally like, okay, I should only be creating. This is the reason why my previous attempt at doing something in the update for my previous attempt was trying to create paths in the update selection, but the reason why that wouldn't work is because if we're creating because we will only hit the enter selection and never the update selection right now, because we're always, when we rerun the cell, we're currently creating things and not updating things. And that's why I realized that I need to be actually chaining off of the whole thing. I need to be chaining off of what dot join gives back, because dot join gives back the enter and update selections together. So that is what just happened. And so what I'm trying to do is, now I have dots, and here I'm saying create groups for each dot, transform them, have some things for, so I think I might actually take this out into a separate function so that it's easier to read. I'm going to call this create interactions. And so I'm going to take it out here. And then for now, I'll just comment it out because I think I need to do a bunch of refactoring for that also. And then come back in here. And then for dots, okay, so this is a lot easier to read. So this is basically creating all of the group elements. And then now that I have them all, then I'm gonna select all the paths in the dots. Yeah, okay, so that's still working. Select them all. And do the data. Actually, I should do, tell me what the dot data is. Why doesn't it have any data? Okay, what are my dots data? Okay, perfect. So for the dots data, okay, so I want pies. That's why it wasn't working before, because it's not pi, it's pies. All right, so pies, and then I'll join paths. So actually after this, it should hopefully work. Oh my god, that was so painful and it worked. All right, it works. That was so painful. Okay. I'm so painful. Seriously, I feel like, oh, thank you. I feel like I currently have the emotional range of Psyduck. This is me right now. Why? Okay, now to bring... Okay, so we've committed to no patterns on top because that's just busy AF. So let's now see if updating the colors will update correctly. Perfect! All right, so now we fixed the bugs. And so now let's go in and bring the interactions back in. Okay, so what we were trying to do on interactions, let's do them one at a time. Okay, so the selection, what we were trying to do is on mouse center. Ooh, I have only 13 minutes. Okay, so I want to also give it pass in hover. So hover is the element that's being hovered. Was that redundant? Yes, a little bit. So I want to call that on. So let's do add interaction to the dots, add paths to each dot to create pie charts. I cannot believe that I kept with the pie charts idea. create interactions, and then also pass in the hover. And the hover, where do we define the hover? Ah, okay. So that's where we define the hover. Okay. So let's go into the create interactions. So we're saying that's the data, this is where my pointer is, and sorry, and then style the hover. So that should make it such that, nope. Are we? Okay, so svg.node is not a function. Where do we have, okay. Apparently I need to also bring in svg. So svg, hover, and select. I probably need to bring in all of those actually. So let's do that. So here I'm saying call interactions, svg, hover, and select. And the reason why I'm bringing it out to a different function is so that like this particular cell isn't so big and a hassle to read. It's actually now perfect. Okay, so now we have the mouse over back in. And then let's go and do the click thing, the clickety thing. So what we're trying to do is there's a select. Okay, so we're saying show the panel on the side that shows the select information, get all dots and filter all dots that don't have the same FIPS code set to lower opacity. Okay, so the selection. So now I think actually what I want is for each selection either, let's try this. Let's either fill is null or filtered is, so I don't think I need to do this either. So this one dot bg. So what I'm trying to filter by, wait, what was I trying to filter by? So filter down the selection to just those, okay, whose ID does not match, so whose FIPS code does not match. I also have, what is this links? Filter links. Okay, so this I think is coming from for rendering. Okay, perfect. So for rendering, create interactions. All right, I'll do this. This I think needs to be refactored because I don't think this is the most efficient, but that's okay. All right. Okay, the clicking. Oh, okay. The clicking is not working. All right, why is the clicking not working? Let's see. Oh, because me doing the attribute. How about I just lower your opacity? That sounds like a good idea. Instead of trying to change your fill. Opacity, let's make you 0.1. And then let's also make you opacity 1. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, so clicking on that did not work. Let's see what's happening. Oh, yes. Okay, so the reason why that's not working is because clicking... I need to rethink this. Okay, so I need to rethink this. So actually, I think I can also get the parent. So if I do this, and I think, do I do parent? Would that work? That parent is not the function. How do I grab the parent? Oh, thank you so much. +1 for data analysis. Hello, Vixkea. Hello, Nicholas the Soldier. If I don't let myself get distracted, it's actually easier to follow along. Got it. How do I get the parent? Sorry. Oh, excuse me. Get parent data. That's a good one. Oh, that is not pretty. This stop parent node. Whoa. I don't think I want that. Is there really no easy way to get the parent node data? Okay, so I guess I have to do this wow. So I will have to do e.target a parent node, I think. Yeah, okay. So, I guess that's not the worst. I guess that's not, yeah, I guess that's not the worst. Parent data. Okay, let's see. Actually, I think what I want is to get the parents' data. Yes. All right, so now, yeah, so that's doing what I expect. That is doing the opposite of what I expect. So 1, 0.1. And now that is doing what I expect. Perfect. Actually, I think I also want to show, like, I think what I want to do is I also want to, like, I want to, also, I think, stroke, set a highlight stroke on the pie slice that was selected. So then I think what I can do is e3.select e.target dot outer stroke. Sorry. Is colors dot highlight. Yay! All right, and then I do have to also implement some more things. Always taking longer than I expect. So that I think I'm like almost done. So here, I think what I want to do is almost done. All right, so what I want to do, following up on this, is I want to show only the issues on, wait, okay, hold on. Show only the issues for the pie slice that's selected. Also show what the problem type is. So yeah. And then I think actually here, I think I can do that right now. So I want to make sure that all of, okay, hold on. Selection that opacity is 1, and then I want to make sure that stroke is null. And then, wait, no. So, selection dot select all the children paths. I swear I'm almost done. Give it a stroke of null. And then, so then that should, yeah, okay. Cool. And then, just for the paths that have for now, I'll just do that. And then I think for each of the paths, I'm gonna give it a stroke of, no, actually, I'll give it a stroke width of 2. But ideally, I actually want to have all of the corresponding pies be stroked. So make sure all corresponding pie slices have Yeah, okay. I think the colors still need a little bit of work, but it's not bad progress. And then, yeah, oh, and in the hover, show breakdown of voting problem types. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Every single time the to-do list gets bigger. um, oh, well, so it wasn't that the parent node wasn't easy. I just was hoping for like a more, I guess, condoned way. like, I just was hoping for a a D3 function that like is the official way of doing it, but it's not bad. It's not a bad way around it. Hello, Eval Press. Welcome, Eval Praise. Welcome in. Um, so is event.currentTarget the same, or is event.currentTarget the same as e.target? So the reason is because I was trying to get, wait, is that the same? Whoa, wait, no. Whoa, I did not know about that. Wait, why are they different? Why is current target not the same as target? Whoa, whoa. You are sharp, Mori5. Thank you for that. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, okay, so current target. So I'm gonna write a note for myself. e.target is equal to the node that triggered the event. e.currentTarget is equal to, I'm just gonna, node that event listener is attached to. Cool. Thank you for that tip, Marie5. I did not know about that difference. Oh yeah, Canada is also having an election, right? Ooh, welcome in Liang, welcome in Zor, 1872. Oh, no election yet. Okay. I thought there was one this past year. Or, sorry, 2020. Okay, so I have to admit, I'm not, the thing that I'm not very happy about this current visual is that I think it's just a giant blob right now. And I think what originally I was the most interested in showing is that this voting, like the counties with voting problems have like a higher median of, let's say, unemployment rate or percent Black population or household income is also different, or like I wanted to show, like I wanted to make that more clear, and that's why I had this like, so this is supposed to be the national median, this little dot, and then this is supposed to be the median for this data set. But I think that because it's just a lump, it's really hard to see. So I think I can't, I don't, I'm saying this, but I think we're gonna refactor the positioning of all of these a little bit. This is like the project that never finishes. Sometimes I have those projects. Okay, anyways, I will consider that. And on Friday, I think this Friday, because I don't have confirmation from my client yet, I think I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm gonna keep working on this on Friday, so it'll be a public stream. And then if I get the okay from my client, then next Friday I will start streaming my work for my client. And a wrap up summary of what we did today. Mainly, we went and chose a color palette, which is not yet perfect. I need to choose a different color for these two pinks. They're not distinct enough, so that's like halfway there. We talked about like how the process in which I choose a color scheme or color palette, and then we refactored this code to take out the pattern that used to be on top. And so we've gotten rid of that pattern. And then after we did that little bit of refactoring, we went and brought the interactions back in so that you can still see kind of all of the issues when you click. And then I do need to make sure that if you click again, then everything goes back to normal. And yeah, so I think that is it for today. And then on Friday, I'll update you on whether I chose to refactor the layout. Like, seriously, like, we spent like at least 10 streams on this one. Okay, it's okay. All right. Yeah, so it basically is telling you this. So I feel like this is as accurate as possible to like, sometimes, like, I feel like on the stream, you've seen me be like, oh my god, this worked on the first try. And the visual looks great on the first try, which is very rare. And then you've also seen me being like, oh my god, that this is not working out. Even after doing all the analysis and being like, okay, I think this is, like, even after, you know, yeah. And then being like, actually, I think for this particular one, it might be taking me so long because I don't think I analyzed this data set beforehand. That might, I at least did not analyze it in the context of these demographic data. So I think that's why it's taking me so long. I've learned my lesson that every time I don't analyze my data well enough beforehand, it takes me a lot of iterations to get the visualization right. And so I think that's where I went wrong, because I think with this one, I think I dove straight into the visualization because I'm like, oh, it should be a pretty straightforward visual. And then I didn't analyze it enough, and now we're here. But yeah, this is pretty accurate to the process. Sometimes it goes really fast. Sometimes I just bang my head and try different things until ultimately, finally, something happens and works out. Yep. Thank you for tuning in. Apologies to everybody in Europe where it's about 1 a.m. for you right now. Thank you for sticking it out. I think, ooh, um, yeah, I think that is everything for today. So thank you for joining, and I will see you on Friday. Bye bye.